Hi guys, my name is Ria and I'll be going through the DayZ Standalone basics with you today. The game has changed a lot from the mod and it can be quite scary to try and understand how everything works now. It was quite a change from the mod, honestly. So I'll try and cover everything the best I can. Right, so the game is still in development, which means that there's a lot missing from it. Like, there's no vehicles, there's no wildlife. What else is missing? You can't build anything yet, so you can't do bases or anything. But they are working hard and hopefully we'll get them soon enough. Right, I've just found a well, so I'm just going to cover the food and drink first. Basically, you can just drink from a well or a pond as long as it's not connected to the sea. So basically you can hover over the well and it will come up with drink water, and you can just press F on it or your middle mouse button as well. And if you go to your inventory by pressing tab, you can find your water bottle or a canteen. They're just scattered around the world, and you can drag it into your hands like that, and then it will come up with a different option that says fill bottle. And then you can just press F or the middle mouse button to fill your bottle as well. And this is really convenient, because if you know where you can find water, you're just set for life. Especially when the wildlife comes in, you have no reason to go into towns if you don't want to. And when you've got something you can interact with, you can just scroll your middle mouse button and it will come up with all the options you can do with that certain object. So I can just drink more and more and more and more until I'm completely full. And there's a friend. Right, let's just whack this bitch in the face. There we go. Right, now that the zombie's gone, I can actually talk about this axe a little bit. This fire axe one-shot zombies, so if you find it, pick it up. It is really useful. I would strongly advise against using your gun on zombies, because the knives will lure a lot more zombies and then you'll just be screwed. So if you can sneak around and just whack them in the face with an axe, that's really the way to go with it. Right, okay, food and drink. That's what keeps you alive. It's as simple as that. If you run out of food or drink, you will starve or get dehydrated and die. Food is scattered all over the place. It's quite easy to find. At the start you might struggle a bit, but you do survive for quite a while, so you should be fine. So if you open your inventory, your character will let you know if they're hungry or thirsty at all. And in this little section you also get if they're injured or cold from the rain, for example. So what you do if you're hungry, if you've got unopened cans, you need an axe or a can opener to open them. You can't just, break it apart like in the mod. So what you do is you literally just grab a tin and drag it over either the can opener or your axe, and it will just come up with a different option to get it open. And then once it's open, you just right click on it and it will say eat, and that's as simple as that. And you get a nice little animation of your character stuffing their face. Right, and then it will just indicate that you've eaten something and the hunger's cleared out. The same goes with the drinks as well. And with cola, Pepsi, Sprite, beer, you can drink them to clear out your hunger. Especially the beer, that's really good because it's just literally liquid bread. Right, and like I mentioned, rain can make your clothes damp and you can get cold. They've introduced the rain not too long ago actually, and also if you go for a swim in a pond your clothes will get wet. There's some raincoats in the game now, so if you find one and you've got the bag space, carry one around just in case. I'm not sure if it is actually in at the moment, but it should. But I've been running around in the rain for a while today and I haven't really seen a difference. But anyways, clothing is really cool in the standalone now, because you can actually get more inventory space by picking up different bits of clothing. So for example, I've got this cool military jacket with 6 pockets. I've got cargo pants with 6 as well, but my pistol's taking 4 of them. So what you technically have is 2 side pockets, 2 at the back and 2 at the front, like you have in normal trousers. You get assault vests and backpacks like you did in the mod, and that's about it really. And there's a lot of cool little hats, masks, helmets, and also some little vanity items you can use as well. The only thing I'd like to mention about the clothing is that it doesn't really matter if it's worn or damaged, apart from your boots. If you don't have good boots on, you will injure your feet and you'll just turn into a cripple really. And another cool little feature they've put in to the standalone is blood types. In the mod you could literally just stick a blood bag in and you'll be all good to go. But right now you need to find a blood test kit and then match your blood type with the donor, otherwise you'll end up dying. So there's other ways of regaining blood if you for whatever reason lose it. For example, you need to balance your food and drink so you are energized and hydrated. So in the inventory right here where you get the hunger signs and thirst signs, the bar will actually turn bright green and you'll start regenerating blood really slowly, but it will happen. And just like with the mod, the screen will go grey if your blood is getting low, so it is the same indicator for that as well. Right, and the standalone does have quite a few different servers, and some of them like to stick to just the daytime, but they've made it realistic and there's an option for a 24-hour day, so you get nighttime, daytime and so on. And it will actually get really dark. You can't see a thing if you don't have a flashlight. And you should be equipped with a flashlight when you start and spawn somewhere. And there you get torches as well, but I prefer staying on the daytime servers because, you know, I just don't like going in the dark where I can't see where I'm going really. And you used to be able to just server hop randomly and just keep going from one server to another, and if it's the same type of server your character is saved, so you get all your equipment, all your weapons, all your food wherever you go. And people used to take advantage of that and just hop from one server to another, kill people, loot everything, and just carry on. Now they've actually set a little timer that if you hop from one kind of server to another one of the same type, you have to wait. I've had timers from about a minute to 5 minutes, so it really, really varies, probably on the time of day and how many times you've done it as well. But yeah, basically you can still do server hopping, but it just takes a bit of patience and there's not a lot of point to it unless you're really after something. I was actually server hopping earlier today to find a compass because I've been alive for ages and I haven't had a compass, so like most of the time I've just been completely lost. I've had no idea where I'm going, and I've just sort of aimed at a random direction and I hope I know where I'm going. If you get injured at any point and you don't have bandages, you can literally just take off your shirt, put it in your inventory and right click on it and press tear into rags, and then you can use those rags to bandage yourself. That is a really, really helpful thing to do when you're just starting and you don't really have a lot of bandages or anything to defend yourself with. So that prevents you from bleeding out. That is something that I didn't know when I started, and back then the game was actually so buggy that if I was inside the house and a zombie saw me, it just literally walked through the walls and I just bled to death because I had no idea what to do. I really hope this helps you guys. If there's anything specific you want me to cover, please do leave a comment and don't be scared to like and subscribe.